Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing really well and welcome back to my channel. So if you're new here, I'm Shannon and I'm a pet portrait and wildlife artist and I specialise in coloured pencils, but today I'm going to do something a little bit different and something that I've always wanted to do but for some reason I just never have. I'm going to take myself for a little day out today and do some drawing outside of the house. My initial plan was to draw in nature and go out somewhere and find like a little spot next to a river or a picnic bench and do some drawing there, but good old British summertime, it is grey and rainy today, so I don't think that'll be happening. But my backup plan is to go to a little cafe somewhere. I've been sent this set of Black Pigment Liners by TWOHANDS, which is really kind of them. They just asked if I wanted to try them out. So I thought it'd be a good opportunity to have a go with those. I usually do coloured pencils, as I mentioned, but I'm in a bit of a experimentation phase at the minute. I kind of want to have a go with different mediums and try different styles because a lot of my artwork is very like tight and refined and I'm very detail oriented, so I kind of want to have a go at doing the opposite and just being a bit more free and sketchy and fluid and not worrying so much about the little details. So that's my plan today. I'm also getting my hair done this morning back over in my hometown. I've been getting my hair bleached blonde for about 5 years or something now. I don't remember the last time that I was my natural colour, so I kind of am in the mood to go back to brown. I don't know if I'm going to regret it, but I'm only going to get a toner on it, so if I do decide to change my mind I can change it back pretty easily. But yeah, I just feel like a change. I don't know, I feel like I'm in a bit of a chapter of my life where I just want to make some changes and stuff. So, and today's actually the day that I would have been going on holiday, so I am just taking myself on a nice day out instead, and while I'm over getting my hair cut I'm gonna go and see Paddy, so I'm really excited to see him. Last night I was getting a bit upset again about it all and I just thought, you're going to see him tomorrow, you're gonna have a nice day. So yeah, I'm really excited to go and see him today. I'll get some little videos if I can while I'm there. Yeah, today's gonna be a really nice day. I've got my pencil and eraser in there and I've got a sketchbook to take with me and I've got my iPad for looking for references. Yeah, come along with me while I take myself for a nice day out. Just got out of the hairdressers and I love my hair. I even got a little fringe like I said I was gonna. Emily, who does my hair, does the best job ever. I absolutely love it. Every time I go, it's such a nice experience and she just always knows what it is that I want. So it's quite a bit darker. It doesn't look it. Still looks quite blonde, but yeah, it's a bit more like my natural colour now. I'm gonna go and see Paddy now. I am so excited. I'm gonna give him the biggest cuddle. Big boy, aren't you? Oh, that was so nice seeing Paddy. That's really like cheered me up. So now I'm gonna go and find myself somewhere to go for some food and sit down and do a bit of drawing and see how far I get with that. I think I might go to Plank's Kitchen, which is sort of back over my way, a really nice relaxed cafe, so I think that might be a good place to do it. I am a little bit nervous about filming while I'm there, so I just want to be somewhere that's not too busy, you know, where they're not rushing to get me out for the next people. I just kind of want to take my time, and if the weather improves I might go and find somewhere to sit outside as well, but we'll see. Thank you. Just got home from my little day out with myself and I thought I'd do a little bit more drawing here because while it was really nice drawing in a cafe and having a change of scenery, I kind of felt a little bit conscious and I felt like I couldn't draw to the best of my abilities because I didn't have the space and I don't know, I just wasn't in my prime like focus mode to draw. So I'm going to do a little bit more here, and I want to test the finer nib pens because I think I used too thick of a liner to do the hippo. So I want to have another go in the comfort of my studio where I can do my best work and have a little experiment. I did also find it difficult because my style isn't anything like this. I draw in a completely different way, and so it's almost like relearning from scratch. I'm not particularly good at loosening up and being sketchy and trying to be less controlled. So yeah, it was a little bit of a challenge, to be honest. It's not really my forte, drawing like that, but it's something that I'd like to get better at because it's easy to just carry a little sketchbook in your bag with you, and it's something that I'd like to do when we go to Kenya. Take a sketchbook and draw while we're on the minibus going to the different destinations. I think I'm going to have a go at a different subject and see how I get on. I've got this image of an African wild dog by Andy Morphew, and I'm going to have a go at drawing this. I don't know if it'll be any good. I'll give it a try. What's the worst that could happen? Never be afraid to try something new and for it to go wrong, because it's only when you have a go and you make a mistake and you start again that you're actually learning. I think that's kind of the point that I'm trying to make with this video. It can be a little bit scary and daunting to do something new like this, to go and draw somewhere out of your comfort zone, or to draw something that's out of your comfort zone. And I always like to try and inspire people to have a go at something different, try a new skill, and yeah, today that is what I've been doing, and it's been fun. Something a bit different. I usually trace my pet portraits and coloured pencil pieces because it's just easier and quicker, but I really wanted to challenge myself to draw freehand, to do it a bit more sketchy, although here I am being very controlled still. Maybe I need to like loosen up my pencil strokes. I find it so hard. I remember when I was at uni, although I did fashion marketing, which isn't really an art course, it's more of a marketing course, it was in the School of Design, so that meant we could choose a module from the School of Design that wasn't on our course. We got like a free rein with one module to do whatever we wanted. So I did a drawing class. I think it was called Drawing 1B or something. I don't know what the B was about, but I did a drawing class, and she kept telling me, you need to loosen up, stop trying to be so in control, and even to this day I've not been able to do it. So if anyone's got any tips on how to loosen up, do let me know, because it's something that I struggle to do, clearly. I think that's why I always gravitate towards coloured pencils, but I love the way that pen sketches look. I think they look really cool, and I'd like to be able to do that, because if I could offer pen drawings as commissions and get them done in like a couple of hours rather than however many days it takes me to do a coloured pencil commission, it can be a entry point commission that I can do for people that want a bit of something but might not necessarily want to pay for a coloured pencil piece, because I know they're not in everyone's budgets, I know that, but I think I've got a long way to go before I can start charging for these. Honestly, it's not my forte at all. Really trying hard to loosen up. I've got my drawing sketchbook from when I did that module at uni, so I might dig it out and show it you sometime. I need to find it. We did a lot of random subjects. We drew tools, which I must admit wasn't my favourite. Spanners and pliers, I don't even know. Remember we made tools out of Play-Doh? No, it was blue tack. We made tools out of blue tack, and then we had to draw the model that we made, and that was actually quite fun because it was a bit different. That is something I'm also not great with, 3D things. Sculptures, oh yeah, wouldn't even know where to begin with stuff like that, but I'm actually not doing too bad with this, I don't think. My phone storage just was too full to film any more videos, so it didn't record what I was just talking about. But what I was saying is I might have to show you that sketchbook from when I did that module at uni sometime, because I've still got it somewhere. There wasn't that much in it, but I just thought it might be interesting to show you. But yeah, I really enjoyed going and working in the cafe and having a change of scenery. It was quite nerve-wracking, like getting all my stuff out and drawing in front of people, also filming while I was there too. I think that was the thing I felt the most conscious of, because I don't know, I had this vision that people would be like, who does she think she is coming in here and doing that? I don't know. But then it's sort of like the spotlight effect I keep hearing about, where everyone thinks that there's a huge spotlight on them and that everyone's paying close attention to what they're doing and judging them. The reality is that people care more about themselves and being judged by others than they do about you. So we're all in the same boat. We all get really conscious and think that everyone's sort of watching us, but it's just not the case at all. And after a while I got a little bit more comfortable and I realised that nobody cared. No one cared. I mean, there were a couple of ladies on the table sort of near me and I felt like they were sort of looking a little bit at points, but not really that much. I don't feel like anyone actually cares what you're doing. They might be a bit nosy and have a little peek, but overall, no one's bothered. I think it was good for my confidence and trying something different, because if I went and did drawing in public like that again, I think I probably wouldn't be as nervous. So it was also really hard to film because I didn't want to get my tripod out, and like that would probably get a few looks, but I just used things to prop my phone up onto, like the salt shaker and stuff, and it was really hard to film. It were coming up to closing time and I thought, let's go home and do some more. I was going to film in the garden, but it's like the Wizard of Oz, I'll probably get swept up and blown away. It's really windy. I also managed to spill food on every single sheet of paper that I used. So that's something to bear in mind as well. If you're a messy person like me, you might end up ruining the paper that you're drawing on. I spilled avocado. Me and food and drinks and drawing isn't the best idea. When I see people with a cup of tea or something right next to the drawing, I'm like, oh, I could never. But that's probably just because I am the messiest person and normal people don't just flail their arms around and knock things over like I do. Okay, I'm going to start with the liners now. It's not perfect. I'll be the first to admit it's not a perfect sketch, but I'm not doing this to try and be perfect. I'm doing this to be the opposite, to loosen up and to stop obsessing over details when I just do little sketchy things. So I'm just going to leave it as it is. And I'm going to go for, let's try number 1 rather than 0.5, because then at least if I do any little details I could always use a thinner one. So I'm just going to be quite loose with this. 6 was definitely too thick for this kind of thing. I like the idea of doing stuff like this because when it comes to engraving on coasters, I like the way the sketchy looking artworks come up with the engraver, so I just obviously need to perfect my drawings. So far I'm much preferring the thinner pen, but yeah, I've got some other ideas for mediums that I'd like to try. I really want to go at gouache paint. I've been saying I'd love to try oil paint for a while, but I think gouache would be a good place to start because they're a little bit cheaper. I've had my eye on a set that costs about £30. It's like in a tub, little jelly gouache. I've been watching loads of TikTok videos and I'm really tempted to try some, but then I don't want to buy them and not use them because they dry out, so I really need to think about if it's something that I want to have a go at. But I just love the way they look. I just really like it, and it would be a nice way of doing landscapes because I'd love, you know, I do all these walks in the Lake District and stuff. I'd love to sort of pick some of my favourite views and actually create some artwork, but I'm not the biggest fan of coloured pencil for landscapes. I don't think it's the most effective. I think people can do a really good job with it, but I think the way that I like to draw wouldn't translate that well for landscapes. So yeah, gouache would be a really good medium. And I did my workshop, my bunny workshop. One of my workshoppees, David, showed me an artwork that he did of a kingfisher in gouache, and it was honestly incredible, so vibrant, so beautiful, and it had the tight, refined and detailed look to it that coloured pencils have. So I think it's quite versatile, and you could probably do some more abstract style paintings, but you can also do quite realistic styles. So I like the idea of that. I just need to, like I said, decide if it is something I've got time for realistically, because there's no point buying them and then letting them dry out. But yeah, I would love to give it a go. I think you get to a point once you've been doing a certain style for a long time that you do naturally want to try out different things and experiment, and that's sort of where I'm at the minute. I will never ever stop doing coloured pencils because that's like my one true love. and I'm always going to gravitate back to it, but I also just want to have fun, you know, why not? Never feel restricted, never feel like you have to put yourself in a box. This is just like doing art for fun and not for any purpose. It's nice to do that sometimes. Not having a reason to sell it or to do anything with it. Purely just for experimenting and improving your skills. Quite like the way this is looking, you know. The only thing with pen, once you put it down, obviously you can't take it off, so you do have to be a little bit careful in a way. I'm actually really liking this. It doesn't look anything like the photo, but I think that's kind of the point, isn't it? You're not trying to replicate something, you're using it as inspiration and you're making it your own. When you're doing commissions, you're always trying to create likeness and make the portrait look as much like the pet that you're drawing as possible. So this is very different in that sense, because I'm not trying to make it look exactly like the picture, I'm sort of just doing my own thing. Nearly finished with this. It's not my best work, but I think it's a good start trying to like loosen up and use a different medium. I went a bit OTT with the grass and then I'd already committed to it, so I had to carry on. I think I'm pretty pleased with it. I don't know whether I need to do a bit more on the face. I don't want to overdo it, but then again I'm not using this for anything, so I might as well have a little play around. I'm really pleased with that. Oh, I just love the way that fine liner pens look. And this is a really nice set, so I'll leave the link to where you can buy this down below. I've got a code that you can use, so I'll pop that on screen now. Yeah, you can just get them on Amazon. And thank you so much again to Two Hands for gifting me this set to try out. I really like them, and I'd like to have a go with the really thick one at some point and do some more basic drawings that will look good on engraved coasters. So I've really enjoyed making this video. I feel like it's been a nice change, and I kind of feel like I'm in like a new chapter now, and this is the sort of thing that I can start doing more as I build my confidence up, and I might even take a portrait or something one day and go and do that somewhere. I've always wanted to go up to the Lake District and take a portrait and just work on it in a really busy touristy spot and just give out business cards and stuff, but baby steps before I do anything like that. I think it's good to start small and work your way up. And also I'd be terrified of like a bird pooing on it or something. I don't know, these things can happen when you're outside, can't they? So, like I said, I'll leave the link down below to where you can purchase a set of the pens if you're interested, and let me know if you want to see more videos like this, because I can do that if you want to. But yeah, please give this video a like if you enjoyed it, because it really does help the channel out. Subscribe to see more videos like this, and I'll see you in the next one. So, bye for now.